Welcome back, folks. So we have Erin joining me from Red Buffalo Coffee and Tea. Thank you so much, Erin, for joining me this morning.
Thanks for having me today.
Now, for people who don't know, again, quickly, what is Red Buffalo Coffee and Tea?
Well, Red Buffalo Coffee and Tea, we're a community-oriented coffee shop. We're right in the heart of Silverthorne. So that means if you got off at I-70 in Silverthorne, that's just a quarter mile north of that exit. We're right next to the Pavilion or the Performing Arts Center, or if you're riding the Summit Stage around, or right across the street from the Silverthorne Transfer Station. And what we are is we're your place that you want to come, grab your favorite warm drink or cold drink, because it is very warm this time of year too, and get to know what Silverthorne's like. All of us are trained and hold to our standards with the Specialty Coffee Association and the Baristas Guild of America. We were actually all down at the Coffee Fest trade show this past weekend. So we really geek out on coffee, and you're welcome to geek out on it with us, or you can just take your coffee out to the back patio and enjoy just the sounds of the river. Because that's my favorite thing to do sometimes when I get too hectic in life.
So folks, if you're like me and you are pretty much a connoisseur of coffee and tea, like you can't stand having that crappy cup of coffee, like that can ruin your day.
It can, and I know when so many of us are traveling, like hotel coffee is just, you need to go and find a proper cup.
And basically, Red Buffalo is your oasis for good coffee and good tea, because I'm a fan of both.
And we have loose leaf tea, and not just like loose leaf in a tea bag, but we'll steep it in an infuser for you. You just get so much more body and taste out of it. And we got some
and natural sweetness, as you mentioned.
And you do, a lot of, coffee and milk has some natural sweetness to it, that when you brew it right, when you steep it right and steam it right, you're going to get a little bit of those sugars out, so you don't need to over highlight it. Now, I did sweeten our drinks today a little bit with
what is this deliciousness that you gave me?
This is our homemade lavender honey latte. So we make our lavender
seriously
syrup.
have turned me on to the lavender lattes, I have to say.
You just need a little bit, because you don't want to feel like you're drinking potpourri.
Correct.
But you want that little hint of something floral in there, or that's how it is with all of our flavors that we want to mix with. You want it to complement your drink, not mask it.
Yeah, I definitely, I would not know this was a lavender latte unless you mentioned it, because it's like there's just like, what is that beautiful flavor what is that? Yes. So you guys have to check this out.
Well, thank you.
Now, besides excellent coffee and tea, let's go back to the community aspect, because whether you're popping in, just kind of grabbing what your fuel is for the day, or if you just kind of need a place to chill out along the river or work in the coffee shop, can you tell us a little bit about?
Absolutely. So we always have our open jam session with local musicians. You can come yourself or just come and support them, and that's on Wednesday afternoons from 3 to 5. And then we also have live music on Saturday mornings from 9 to noon. And then in the summer, we've been doing our story time on the go in partnership with the Silverthorne Library.
And what is this? This is new. I haven't heard of this.
It's really fun. So our first one this summer was just a couple weeks ago, and we put out a bunch of little kid chairs on the patio. They bring one of their librarians down, and there's a theme to it. Last month it was like all the summer things you're going to do. So we read some summer-related books, and we provide snacks and lemonade. And then they did like a little riverside walk, and so that's really fun. We had like 16 kids last time, so we have to work out our date for this next one for June. But if you go to our Facebook page, which is Facebook.com/Red Buffalo Cafe, you will find on our events page, we'll post some of those things. We're working on today on posting some more of our events coming up, like Bike to Work Day, which is June 27th, and we'll have our coffee trike right out front, and if you biked there, you'll get a free drink from the coffee trike. We'll also have snacks there and some breakfast items as well. Wilderness Sports will be out front that morning doing bike safety checks, so all sorts of fun things, and that'll be on the 27th. And again, check out on our Facebook page and also Town of Silverthorne's Facebook page on both of the event sections. We'll be posting a lot of information about Cycle Silverthorne, First Fridays. 4th of July is coming up, so there's a lot of fun town events coming up with that too.
Yeah, there's really so many, and even if there isn't any events or any live music going on, as you always say, like it is a meeting place for so many people in the town, so you can kind of really get a feel.
We'll tell you where our favorite hiking spots are, what's a good bike ride. You'll just see people come and enjoy and sit at our community tables and get to know one another. We have book clubs that meet there, or knitting clubs that meet there. They literally spin their own yarn. It's a fun place just to come and feel like you're a part of the town.
And speaking of hiking and biking, you now have new bagel sandwiches, which are an excellent fuel for your backpacking or your bike trip, right?
I love it. So we have 4 different bagel sandwiches. We have a vegetarian hummus one, a roast beef like a spicy roast beef and a sweet turkey with brie and a honey mayonnaise, and then also a salmon and capers one with avocado and spinach. And they're huge. And the bagels are made fresh every day from Dye's Mountain Bagels. And for me, I can eat half of it for breakfast and half of it on the trail.
I love that. Yeah.
And I can, have fuel for the whole day until it's happy hour.
And I also love it's like you really like your coffee and tea. You've put a lot of thought into the sandwiches. It's not just like egg, cheese, and a bagel, right?
We really want to make sure that those flavors are, a little unique. And also, too, because I love tomatoes, but a tomato on a sandwich that you take with you on a hike is soggy.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
So we think about those sort of things, like what's going to go on a hike well with me, because I don't want to have, a soggy sandwich at the end.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Peanut butter and jelly, and then I have a habit of wanting my jelly to like bleed through my bread.
Yeah.
But that's my own issue.
Yeah. Okay, so can you go ahead and remind people where your location is, what your hours are?
Yes, absolutely.
And the Facebook.
So we're redbuffalocafe.com is our website. We also have Instagram and Facebook. We're Red Buffalo Cafe, and we're open 7 days a week. So you really can't miss us. We're open as early as 6:30 all the way to 5:30. So you can come on in. You have 11 hours to either come and sit, use the Wi-Fi, or
almost as much daylight as there is out there.
Well, the daylight goes a lot longer right now. I'm really happy with that. I can stay up until like 9 p.m. outside.
Okay. Well, Erin, thank you so much for coming in and letting us know what's going on. Always so much going on. And thank you for the wonderful lavender latte.
Welcome.
Folks, be sure that you go into Red Buffalo Coffee and Tea and get your own lavender latte or one of those great, delicious bagel sandwiches. We are going to take another break, but more information after that, so stay tuned.